Sports.
It doesn't get much bigger than this. Las Vegas, Nevada, the entertainment capital of the world, where today all eyes will be on two of college basketball's most storied programs in the Pac-12 championship. It's the #1 seed Arizona Wildcats and the #2 seed UCLA Bruins. What an atmosphere here inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena as they've come out in full force, mostly Arizona fans. The Zona Zoo has traveled well from Tucson. The UCLA faithful, well, they will be outnumbered here today. Let's take a look at how these two teams got here to the championship game. Arizona and UCLA both playing their third game in as many days. A big win, a dominated win for UCLA over Stanford. The same could be said yesterday for Arizona over Colorado. Welcome once again courtside. Aaron Goldsmith with Sean Elliott here in Las Vegas. And whether you're watching this one in Los Angeles, in Tucson, or anywhere else in the country, settle in, get comfortable. This should be an awful lot of fun. Sean, you played in 3 of these. You won 2 as a member of the Wildcats team. What's it like to be on the floor, this big of a stage, to fight for a championship?
Well, the first time we won the conference tournament, the atmosphere was very similar to this. We played. Felt like we were the best team in the country. We knew we were the best team in the conference. It was just a matter of going out and take care of business, and that's exactly what we did.
Obvious storyline of this one today. You've got one of the best defenses in the country in Arizona against one of the best offenses in the nation in UCLA. Sean, what makes UCLA so good on offense?
They have weapons at every single position, and they have the most complete player in the country in Kyle Anderson. He basically sets the table for his teammates. He can shoot it, he can pass it, he's an excellent rebounder, and he's got terrific shooters and scorers around him. They're the best passing team in the league. They love to get it going in the open court. If this game's in the high 70s, Arizona could have problems today. Now, you look at Arizona's defense, they get after you from the opening tip. They have athletes at pretty much every position, and Sean Miller has done a fabulous job getting his young athletic players to buy into hanging their hat on the defensive end of the floor.
And you can see right here, one of the best offenses, top 10 of the nation for UCLA, and top 5 defense for Arizona. And for more on this one today, we find our way down to the Zona Zoo, which has traveled well. We find Molly McGrath.
Thanks, Aaron. The Arizona Wildcats are 18-0 at home this season, and the McHale Center is one of college basketball's most difficult places to play. Thousands of Arizona fans have made the 400-mile trek to this Pac-12 tournament final, and as you can see, this place is crawling with Wildcats. It's like McHale North over here. Now, Steve Alford told us that he warned his team that this will be an Arizona home game tonight, and as you can tell, it is a Zona Zoo in here. It'll be a huge advantage for the Wildcats. Aaron?
Okay, Molly, thank you. You can maybe hear the U of A chants in the background. They have flooded things here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. A look at the Wildcats starting lineup. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, worth noting, making just his 6th start of the year. He takes the spot of Gabe York in the starting 5. Of course, Nick Johnson, TJ McConnell, and the Pac-12 freshman of the year, Aaron Gordon, in the middle. Meanwhile, for the #2 seed Bruins, what a combination they have. Jordan Adams, Kyle Anderson. It's tough to find a better 1-2 punch, not only in the conference, but in the nation. What a vibe it is here in Las Vegas. This one for the championship in the Pac-12. #1 seed Arizona and the #2 seed UCLA Bruins. All set for tip-off. Controlled right away by the Bruins. A bye in round 1 of the tournament. Thursday in the quarterfinals, a big win over a hot Oregon team which had won its last 8 games. And then a crushing 25-point win last night on this very floor against Stanford, a game that was over almost right when it started.
And you can see right off the bat, the Wildcats going with Aaron Gordon on Kyle Anderson, using athleticism and size.
Here is Gordon on the wing for the Wildcats. Their 3rd appearance in the Pac-12 tournament in the last 5 years in the final, that is. That suffocating defense. Something that Sean Miller has been preaching during his now 5 years in Tucson.
Well, they work on it every single day in practice. They work on defensive positioning and closeouts on the perimeter.
Johnson gets his own rebound at a fresh 35.
That's what Nick Johnson can do. Again, he's a superior athlete. He'll startle you with his athletic ability.
McConnell, one of the best point guards in all of the country. Johnson, the Pac-12 player of the year. They have the freshman of the year in the Pac-12 and Aaron Gordon, but a turnover here. And quickly in the front court come the Bruins.
That's where Arizona's Got to take care of the basketball. Earlier this year at Poly Pavilion had 17 turnovers and turned it into a close game.
Sean Miller, the pride of Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania, in his 5th season in the midst of an amazing 4-year run. 110-31 the last 4 seasons, this one counting. But for Miller, looking for his first Pac-12 tournament championship. Hard to believe.
That's surprising.
You can already hear the chants from this huge Arizona crowd. Johnson, and off balance too, off the mark. Controlled there by Kyle Anderson. Best rebounder on the team for the Bruins. Up and under, and it's through. Norman Powell the finish, and the Bruins strike first.
And Norman Powell just picking up where he left off last night. Sensational game against the Stanford Cardinal. Got to go into the open court and never let up.
Powell, the game high 22 last night against Stanford. Gordon baseline, shoved, and he's on the baseline. The turnover. Head coach Steve Alford said before the game he wants to push the pace. He wants to be up in that mid-70s, low 80s in terms of the final score. That favors UCLA.
That's exactly right. Arizona, on the other hand, they want to slow it down. They want the game to be in the 50s.
Almost out of bounds there on the wing. 10 to shoot. Anderson now with 5 to shoot. 2 on the shot clock. Ware has to heave it up.
What about Aaron Gordon moving his feet there? Outstanding effort on the defensive end.
Gordon puts up a 3 from the wing. Yes!
I've been contending that that's where he needs to improve his game most. If he can step outside and shoot that ball with range, he's incredibly dangerous.
McConnell almost gets the steal, but instead Powell drains another.
He gets the and one. Well, last night, the Stanford Cardinal just got sucker punched by Norman Powell. And you're expecting Kyle Anderson or Jordan Adams to go off on you, and Powell had a monster game.
You're right, Powell averaging just under 11 a night during the regular season. We mentioned it before, 22 last night against Stanford. Hollis Jefferson driving, left-hand floater, no. And a big rebound there by Anderson underneath. Kyle Anderson, first team All Pac-12, leads the Bruins in points, rebounds, assists, and just about everything else.
Oh, he's so complete, incredibly versatile. Very deliberate.
Ware puts up a 3 and he bangs it in. Travis Ware does not shoot a lot of 3-pointers, less than 20 during the regular season, but he made 10 of them.
Oh, both Ware brothers are very capable of shooting that ball from beyond the arc.
Johnson directing some traffic, double team to the corner. Karczewski well out of his range. Gordon thought about another 3 instead of fadeaway 2. Nice pass underneath, but Johnson the rejection. Up and under for 2.
Jordan Adams just stays in that play. And we talked about him yesterday at 6'5", 200 pounds. He's got a stocky body. Gets that first one blocked, but he stays in the play, able to follow up with his offensive rebound and putback.
7-point lead for UCLA. They're hot out of the gates.
Give them credit. And in this atmosphere, a lot of teams would wilt early on, especially when you have the entire arena going against you. But you can see Adams' persistence underneath the basket is rewarded.
So we take a look at how both these teams got right here to the championship game here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. UCLA, both teams, of course, getting a bye in round 1, but a dominating second half against what was a red-hot Oregon Ducks team at the time. And then last night, did they ever lock down the Stanford Cardinal? Meanwhile, for the Arizona Wildcats, they held Utah to 13 points in the first half. And then in a big win yesterday against Colorado, 19 points in the second half. As you can see here, the Bruins seeking their 4th tournament title. Arizona their 5th. Hard to believe it. Their first in over a decade.
Yeah. And Arizona right now can't find themselves. They can't allow themselves to get in a big hole early on because they're not really that explosive offensively. They're not chock full of shooters. It's be tough for them to come back from a huge deficit.
Arizona starting off 1 for 6 from the floor. Anderson off balance, and he gets the ball.
That's what we're talking about. You don't have size on him. He can just overwhelm you. Beautiful dribble penetration, great use of the glass.
10-point lead for the Bruins. Gordon kicks it out. Hollis Jefferson tries to go down low to Tarczewski. Stripped. And a whistle right there. What a start for the UCLA Bruins, the number 2 seed in the tournament. A heavyweight battle here in Las Vegas with 2 of the best players, not only in the Pac-12, but in the entire country. The Pac-12 Player of the Year, Nick Johnson, and of course, Kyle Anderson.
You're watching Fox Sports.
What a start for the Bruins on a 10-0 run, and they will hit the ball on an inbounds momentarily. Well, how did the number 2 seed UCLA Bruins get here? 25-8, 12-6 in the conference. Of course, Steve Alford coming over his first season at UCLA. And what a terrific run they had at home at Pauley. And what an offense for the Bruins this year. Top 10 in the nation, averaging 82 a game. Steve Alford looking for, well, a win today. That would be his 8th conference title in his 23-year coaching career. Of course, member of the '87 National Championship game, team rather, for Indiana, coming here to UCLA after 6 seasons at New Mexico. Before that, 8 years at Iowa. What an offense he's brought.
Yes, I mean, what an offense. It starts again with Kyle Anderson, but even Jordan Adams is a terrific all-around scorer. Didn't have his best game last night, but he has his teammates pick up for him in Powell and Ware.
Anderson up and under. How did he get that one through over the long reach of Gordon?
Just clever. He's patient on the offensive end of the floor. Very, very tricky.
And shot with Gordon's size and his speed. He might be one of the most versatile defenders.
Oh, no question about it. You see Pitt stepping outside. They're knocking down the sorely needed 3-ball for the Wildcats.
Nearly a 40% three-point shooter this season.
This is terrific penetration against Arizona's best athlete. And you can see Gordon going for that swat. Anderson doing a nice job putting that ball underneath the arm of Aaron Gordon. And again, terrific use of the glass.
A remarkable shot. That foul going against Gabe York. So York and Pitts, as you just saw, on the court now for head coach Sean Miller.
Well, Sean Miller making that adjustment, just trying to bring some offense to the table.
And Sean, this is exactly what Stanford had to do last night against UCLA when they opened up 14-2.
Right. Every time I've had UCLA this year, they've gotten themselves off to a great start, and they build a big lead, and they're able just to continue to fatten it up.
Kick out to York, wants 3. For York, just his 4th basket in the tournament. They have all been three-pointers.
Yeah, good penetration and pitch there from Aaron Gordon, and all York needed was a crack of daylight.
Arizona faithful getting back into it. Underneath, what a finish there again. Kyle Anderson.
He found himself with Nick Johnson guarding him. Nick Johnson has given up 6 inches in the low block. Kyle Anderson able to take advantage.
Every bucket so far for the Wildcats has been from behind the arc. Tarczewski cross court. Pitts wants another. Anderson brings it across. Sean, we've talked about this before. He's his own outlet pass, isn't he?
Yes, he is, because when you have a big guy that rebounds the ball so well, it takes out one of your passes in the open court. He can bring it up. He facilitates the break.
Johnson contested 2. And another rebound there by Kyle Anderson.
Best rebounder, best passer. And his versatility right now, he's getting the chance to show it all off.
Here comes Powell. And early 8 points.
Well, Powell's gotten stronger and stronger as this tournament has progressed. Looks awfully comfortable out there.
Krzyzewski yet to really get into this one, at least offensively. Until now.
Outstanding footwork and again patience. Great footwork, able to pivot around the big and finish with authority. That's exactly what you want your 7-footer to do.
Looking for Powell up top. Giving some signals, 10 on the shot clock. Powell weaving through, knifing to the hole. And here comes Aaron Gordon. York wants 3.
Oh, that's terrific awareness from Aaron Gordon in the open court. Weaving his way down the court, sucks in the defense, able to find York all by himself beyond the 3-point line.
That's York's second. The Wildcats 4 for 5 from downtown. On the other end, deep 2 in a rattle zone, Jordan Adams.
This game, right now, the pace of this game definitely in UCLA's favor.
Johnson in among the trees. Dishes off. Gordon tries to get it out. And off the glass. Johnson able to find 2.
That's your get-out-of-jail-free card. And he was locked up along the baseline, able to slip that ball to Nick Johnson for an easy 2.
Anderson off the high screen.
It's a good rotation there by Gordon, not to allow Travis Ware that wide-open 3.
Adams! Not many open shots for the Bruins, Sean, but they're making them count.
Well, Jordan Adams is just a terrific all-around scorer. Doesn't get enough credit. He's a leading scorer on this ball club. That time using his body extremely well in the low block.
Gordon able to hold on. Straight away 2. Adams, the kick out. Here's a 3 from Powell. Really a remarkable 26 points for the Bruins midway through the first half against one of the toughest defenses in the entire country. And speaking of that, we take a look at the recap for Arizona this season. A school record. They started out red hot, 21-0, but then a tough injury. Brandon Ashley out for the year. That game, their first loss February 1st against Cal. Pac-12 Coach of the Year, of course, Sean Miller. And what is his 5th year with the Wildcats? Aaron Gordon, the Freshman of the Year, and the Player of the Year, Nick Johnson. With more on Sean Miller and the Arizona Huddle, we find Molly McGrath.
Thanks, Aaron. Coach Miller was visibly upset in that last timeout, screaming at his players over and over again, telling them to keep running, keep getting back on defense. He wants them to keep up their offensive pace, to keep up with UCLA. So Arizona trying to fight back, and Coach Miller is not happy with his team. Aaron?
Molly, thank you. Sean, are you surprised that Sean Miller has as good of a voice as he does this late in the season with the amount of screaming that comes from that bench?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, he had to raise his voice when he has to, but I don't think he's had to do that a lot this year with his guys. But I know exactly what Molly's talking about there, because they haven't done a good job getting back, and they've had some miscommunications early on in this ball game that's cost them.
Gordon not successful at the line. It's been a struggle for Aaron Gordon, maybe one of the really few for the Pac-12 Freshman of the Year this season. 10 to shoot for the Bruins. Alford on the court now. Here's a very contested 3. Kyle Anderson just can't miss. He's got 9 points.
And that shows his versatility. I mean, he's not the greatest athlete out there, but he gives you a nice little jab step, gets enough space to get that shot off.
Gordon, and it's pinned.
They're just using all his talents right there. A little jab step right there, gets a little separation. Now he's got a terrific jumper. And that's not even the best part of his game. The most impressive part of his game to me is his in-between game, the 12-15 footers off the dribble.
Possession arrow favors Arizona. They keep the ball. 9 minutes left, first half. Wallace Jefferson, what a move.
How about that move? Splitting 2 defenders, falling through with a beautiful reverse layup.
All Pac-12 freshman team. Wallace Jefferson making his 6th start of the season today on the biggest stage of the season for both teams. Overhead pass to Adams. Adams no good. And the offensive glass by Parker, banging underneath, and he gets it to drop.
Well, you get the initial miss you want from Jordan Adams, and there's Tony Parker using that big body on the glass.
And a whistle there with Tarczewski trying to hold on.
Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, you watch that inside move there. Outstanding first step, explodes to the basket, and then Tony Parker off the miss. Throwing bodies around, using that big body to get himself an easy putback.
That foul on Tony Parker. Arizona just 4 for 11 from the floor. All 4 buckets have come from downtown. Here's York. He wants his third.
You see that facial expression after he made that bucket? He's playing with a lot of confidence. He's fired up.
York 9 points, 3 for 3 from behind the arc. Zach LaVine on the floor. Remarkable freshman from the Seattle area. And he's got some hops. He'll take a deep 3. Hollis-Jefferson bounded for the board.
Well, Zach LaVine is an exceptional athlete. When you watch him just move out there, you could tell he's a superior athlete.
And a whistle here, no basket.
Oh, the Wildcats start off very slowly, but Gabe York comes off the bench. A great adjustment there from Sean Miller. And you think he's fired up?
Sports.
Plenty of people on hand for this one today, including Larry Scott, Pac-12 commissioner, and your old coach there, Sean.
There you go, the great Coach Olson and his wife Kelly there, second row enjoying the game. One of the brilliant minds in basketball. Boy, I learned so much from that man.
Amazing when you look at some of the numbers early on here. Sean, Arizona is such a dominating team on the glass, something that probably does not get as much attention as it deserves. UCLA 16 points in the paint compared to only 6 for Arizona.
Yeah, you know, this game, we kind of, I thought it was going to be a defensive struggle somewhere in the 60s, maybe the 70s at most, and now I'm wondering, where's the red, white, and blue basketball? These guys are scoring like there's no tomorrow.
Nick Johnson with just 2 points so far, Pac-12 Player of the Year. Johnson setting up the screen, now gets the ball himself. 10 to shoot for Johnson. He wants a straightaway 3, well too short. Loose ball diving, and it stays for the Wildcats.
That's a break for the Wildcats there, not the best possession.
York to inbounds. Up high, Tarczewski. Finding some seam. Tarczewski running jumper, no. Gordon the tip. And it's controlled once again by Anderson. Alford rises, no. And a rebound underneath by the Wildcats.
Gabe York underneath, able to corral that rebound. Don't let his size fool you. He's an exceptional athlete as well.
Tarczewski just with 2 points, something that Sean Miller said they have to get him more involved in the game if they want to win. Some nifty footwork.
It just tells you right there that he's well coached. Not losing that pivot foot. Very patient again underneath and finds a way to get the ball in the basket.
Alford driving, tough 2 off the glass.
I told you yesterday, you'd be hard-pressed to find a coach's son that couldn't play. Bryce Alford is a great example of a coach's son who can flat-out shoot the ball. He's a pretty good athlete as well.
It's a great take. Johnson trying to go off the dribble. Here's Gordon, head fake. The feed! Tarczewski to finish.
That's what Aaron Gordon does extremely well. He can handle the basketball, and he can create for his teammates. Beautiful penetration. Finds Tarczewski in the middle of the lane for the big-time dunk.
So right on cue, Tarczewski with a couple of buckets each of the last 2 possessions. Anderson off the dribble against Gordon. Johnson. Tarczewski wants another off the glass this time.
That's not an easy shot right there. Tarczewski wisely uses the glass instead of going for the straight shot. Beautiful.
6 points coming from Tarczewski.
It's a great spin move there from T.J. McConnell. Spoon feeding Tarczewski underneath, and he finishes off the play. How about this pass from Aaron Gordon? Tarczewski using all that 7-foot frame to finish off that play. And you have T.J. McConnell right here, one of the unsung heroes from this ball club. Nice spin move, and Tarczewski wisely using the glass once again.
Arizona worked with a 9-2 run, and Sean, the Wildcats suddenly down by just 4.
Well, they got themselves back in the ball game with some offense. My concern for Arizona, can they keep up this torrid pace on the offensive end of the floor? We know UCLA likes this pace. They want this game to continue in this fashion.
Tarczewski, a true 7-footer from far away, Claremont, New Hampshire. And a former Arizona alum, Ray Kader, enjoying things here in Las Vegas and enjoying this run all of a sudden from the Wildcats. Alford brings it across for the Bruins. We're up top.
It'll be interesting to see where the Bruins get their points from now with Kyle Anderson off the floor.
Hollis Jefferson back on the floor. Gordon with the 2. Levine pulls down the rebound. He brings it across quickly. In transition, they slow it down. With the pivots. Back up top to his brother. Levine going off the dribble. Fadeaway 2. Gordon rips it down.
Now the Arizona defense starting to assert itself a little bit more.
Alley-oop! Gordon to Johnson.
Now you got to understand, when you're talking about Nick Johnson, he's the nephew of the late Dennis Johnson and the son of another Johnson. You're talking about Joey Johnson, who to me to this day is still the highest leaper I've ever seen.
Gordon off the dribble, he's fouled.
I had a chance to play against Nick Johnson's father in college, Joey Johnson, and I got to tell you, to this day, still one of the highest leapers I've ever played against, and his son. There's an example where the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Look at that in the open court. That's your 2 guard throwing that ball down.
Rob Stone back here at Madison Square Garden. Coming up at the half, Duke and Virginia. They're headed to the ACC Finals after some tough victories in the semis. Plus, Ohio State and Michigan played a game worthy of their heated rivalry. Now we send it back to Aaron and Sean in Vegas.
All right, Rob, thank you so much. We'll see you at halftime. Sean, break down that last alley-oop play. Gordon to Nick Johnson.
Well, you see Nick Johnson right here on the outside. There he is on the outside. Now you watch this play here. Watch the UCLA Bruins getting back on defense. You freeze it right here. Look at Zach Levine. He's setting up shop early, way outside the paint area. Jordan Adams isn't quite back in the paint as well. And we're taught in transition defense, you run back to the paint first, then you come back out on the floor. That time, the UCLA Bruins not doing a good job retreating back to the paint. And again, Nick Johnson, he was calling for that ball at half court. Beautiful pass on the money. And Johnson gets to show off his athletic ability.
And it says a lot about both Johnson and Gordon that it was Gordon on the distributing end and Johnson on the finishing end. Normally, you might think it's the other way around.
And you're talking about Eric Gordon, who's 6'8", 6'9", and he's in the open court off the dribble, putting that pass on the money. That's not an easy play to make.
Very impressive. It has been tough at the charity stripe, anything but this year for Aaron Gordon. Head coach Sean Miller says that he practices free throws more than anyone else. He's about an 80% shooter in practice, Sean, but unfortunately when the lights turn on, not so good.
And that just comes with time. He's able to relax a little bit more at the line.
UCLA lead now cut to 1. Ware on the wing. Anderson, 6 to shoot. Into the corner. Here's Powell. The feed underneath. High over the defense. Jefferson left his feet. 8 points now for Adams. And Hollis Jefferson goes over the line. A turnover gives it right back.
Well, that's an excellent possession there for UCLA. They take their time. They work it into Jordan Adams along the baseline, able to knock that down. And then you see the miscommunication there. Or Aaron Gordon dropping that to Rondé Hollis Jefferson, and he steps out of bounds.
UCLA now by 3. Adams the kick out and the buried shot there. David Ware finds the hole. John, that turns out to be a 4-point possession.
Yes, it does.
Hollis Jefferson rising up and he gets the tip.
That's what he does best. He's a very active player. Gets it going on the offensive glass, and as you saw earlier in the ball game, has a terrific first step.
York on Powell.
This is a problem right here for Arizona. Anderson against TJ McConnell. McConnell's able to hold his own underneath there.
York, his 4-3. No, misses for the first time. Anderson running things off balance. No foul. McConnell diving down. And this stays with UCLA.
Well, Coach Sean Miller told us before this game that they really love TJ McConnell's intensity on the defensive end. He's the unsung hero of this ball club. He might have made that save.
Under 2 to play first half. And what a first half it has been. Arizona able to close the gap. Anderson, hand to the face and a foul.
Yeah, he got knocked on his elbow there. That's what happens when you have a guy that's 6'8" or 6'9", raising over the top of a guy who's 6'2". There's no way you can get to that jumper. You see it right here. As hard as McConnell can try, he can't get to that shot, especially look how high that release point is for Kyle Anderson.
Second foul for McConnell. Anderson now 10-point shot once again first half. And a tremendous all-around first half for Kyle Anderson. 10 points. He's dropped out of 3, 6 boards and an assist.
You know, I'm impressed because this is the first time I've really seen him challenged defensively with athleticism and size. This type of athleticism, rather.
Arizona had about a 9-2 run working in their favor, but UCLA able to come back and extend the lead slightly to 5 now. Nick Johnson has been very quiet. 4 points in the first half. Recently had that alley-oop dunk. Feed underneath. Hollis Jefferson gets stripped and it's fouled.
Aaron Gordon just continues to impress me with his passing ability. Obviously knows how to play this game.
He had that great feed to Tarzewski, who had the two-hand finish.
Yeah, and then he had that pass to Nick Johnson in the open court for that big-time dunk. Showing you more and more.
York checks out. Jordan Mays, a senior from Los Angeles, now on the floor. Over the right shoulder there of Hollis Jefferson. Some more unique than others.
Exactly.
Ware for 3, and he gets it.
Well, Hollis Jefferson got caught coming out on the defensive end. And Ware just slides to the wide open spot and finds himself with an easy one.
David Ware, over a 45% three-point shooter this season. The Ware brothers, not your traditional big men. Johnson, about as deep in 2 as you can find, and he drills it.
That's important that he gets it going.
Johnson now has 6.
He's the real leader of the ball club, the Pac-12 Player of the Year. He's going to come out and have a big second half.
Under 30 seconds here in the first half. Underneath, and an easy 2-2 as he Jordan Adams with 10 points now.
That's that big body I'm talking about. If he gets you on his back, there's no way you're getting around and getting back into play. It's like the old Karl Malone screen along the baseline.
Arizona drilled a 3 at the buzzer to end half number 1 yesterday against Colorado. A chance to do it again. Johnson pulls up, and he cans it. A 2 that will cut the lead to 3. UCLA goes into the locker room with the lead, but not by nearly as much shot as it was at one point.
This game has been a lot more than we expected. Nick Johnson starting to heat up at the end of that half. That might be a good omen for the Arizona Wildcats coming out of the locker room.
And right now, let's go down to the court with head coach Steve Alford. Here's Monty McGrath.
Thanks, Aaron. Coach, it's your 3rd game in 3 nights. Your team is running the floor with all the energy in the world. What's working for you guys?
Well, we got the pace the way we like it. This is the way we like to play. So we get the game in the 40s in a 20-minute game. We got to do it again. We got 20 minutes left, but I like the pace. I like the tempo of this game.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Back to you, Aaron.
Okay, Molly, Coach Alford, thank you so much. What a first half here in Las Vegas. It doesn't get a whole lot better than this. The tempo, Coach Alford is right, certainly in the favor for UCLA. Arizona down by 3. Rob and Austin coming up after this quick break.
TV game summer. You can see UCLA with those 43 points in the first half. Arizona coming back in this ballgame, dug themselves in a hole early on, were able to recover. But UCLA already 43 points in this ballgame. The most that Arizona's given up in this tournament is 43 for an entire game.
Pretty remarkable shot when you take a look at that first half. This UCLA team comes in facing off against one of the best defenses, and so far, maybe a surprise to a lot of people, it's been the offense which has paced this game.
It's been a surprise to me because Arizona, obviously, they have a smothering defensive style, but UCLA behind Kyle Anderson, you know, this guy right here is one of the most underrated players. No one's been talking about him, but I don't think there is a player in the country that can truly handle him one-on-one. Now look at this ball movement from UCLA in the open court. 2 passes immediately to Norman Powell in the front court, takes the ball to the basket. Sharing it once again. They're the best passing team in the conference, leads the conference in assists. Here you see Jordan Adams, a pure scorer in the low block after excellent ball movement. Then Adams to David Ware on the outside. He's knocking down jumpers. UCLA doing a great job sharing it. That's exactly what I was talking about. Smothered Utah in game 1 with 39 points. With Colorado only allowing 43 in that ball game. UCLA exploded for 43 in the first half.
Utah had 13 points in the first half against UCLA. Colorado had 19 points in the second half. To tell you how good the defense from the into the corner, baseline, the kick out, Hollis Jefferson, and he gets it stripped. What a defensive play right there by Ware.
Hollis Jefferson just found himself in the trees there, unable to get that shot up.
Fadeaway 2, rattles out, fresh 35, the Bruins control it.
Yeah, you can't get caught ball watching.
Anderson with the take, the foul, no finish. That one going against Aaron Gordon, his first foul. And Sean, really for the most part in that first half, a clean first half. Not a lot of fouls.
Yeah, not a lot of fouls, just excellent basketball. You know, the game was up-tempo, but it wasn't sloppy. You didn't have a bunch of turnovers. You didn't have both teams throwing the ball all over the gym.
Anderson gets the first. With more, let's go down to the court with Molly McGrath.
Thanks, Aaron. I talked to Sean Miller at the half, and he said that they did themselves in early with poor transition defense. They're giving up easy 2-on-1s, but he was happy with his team after the 8-minute mark. He said they looked more like themselves. They just need to slow UCLA down and really pressure them on D. Aaron?
Okay, Molly, thank you. 4-point lead for the Bruins. Tarzuski backing down, trying to get a head fake and set out to McConnell. McConnell, baseline deep, 2, and he drills it. Other end quickly, stripped and foul. Powell's foul hole.
That's UCLA's end all right there. McConnell with a terrific jumper along the baseline. Just lulls the defense to sleep, raises up. Able to knock that shot down, but UCLA immediately, this is after a made shot. Powell is forcing the action. He's able to draw the foul between 3 Arizona defenders.
Third foul on T.J. McConnell. In tight games like this, Sean, as we all know, a lot of times it comes down to free throws. And that has not been a strong point for Arizona this season.
You're exactly right. It's probably their Achilles heel.
Arizona this year shooting just over 65% from the line. So far tonight, Arizona just 50%. Meanwhile, UCLA nearly 80. Johnson, pull up 2.
Now he's got to go now. Finished off the first half in style. He's got the mid-range jumper working.
Johnson's got 10. Anderson loses it. Gordon fouled, ready to break.
That's a good foul there by Kyle Anderson. My former teammate, Matt Muehlbach, who gets a chance to watch these Wildcats all the time, has coined them the Flying Circus. And they were off and running and getting ready to fly on this play here, if not for the foul from Anderson. Just loses it.
Second one on Anderson. McConnell curling up top. The feed. Tarzuski!
McConnell is so adept at setting the table for his teammates. Beautiful assist to turnover ratio. Does a terrific job taking care of the basketball and finding open shooters.
Quick ball moving for the Bruins. Tarzuski, meanwhile, now with 10 points. Adams, baseline 2.
Best pure scorer on the team. Able to work around the screen and find himself with a nice 15-footer along the baseline.
Adams with 12, averaging about 18 during the regular season. Gordon off the mark for 3. And Adams bounds up for the rebound. UCLA by 2. Ware on the wing. 10 to shoot for the Bruins. Adams backs it out. Anderson with 5 to shoot. Clock's ticking. 3 to shoot. And a 3 try. Put on the line, rather. Off the mark. Here comes McConnell weaving the kick out. Johnson wants the 3. And a big board there by the best rebounder on the team for the Bruins, Kyle Anderson. Ware to his brother in the corner. Gordon has it. Watch out.
He can get off the ground. We saw that alley-oop in the first half. And again, his father, easily one of the highest jumpers I've ever seen.
Last time we were.
Terrific athletic play and great awareness of Aaron Gordon in the open court to advance that ball.
All even at 48 now. Ware, 2 from the corner. Arizona looking for the lead and a foul.
It was almost like the old Steve Smith fake spin move from Aaron Gordon there, but Aaron Gordon in the open court able to come up with that loose ball. Nick Johnson trying to pull the paint off the rim. Several alley-oops, spectacular plays from Nick Johnson. Starting to warm up.
Well, everybody shows their fanship in a slightly different way. All tied up, 48 apiece. A couple of diehards as we take a look at our New York Life keep good going stat of the game. And Sean, potential #1 overall seed at stake here.
I just like those numbers at the bottom. Your RPI, your strength of schedule. Arizona's gone and traveled, played Duke on a neutral territory at San Diego State this year, so they have some quality wins. Florida with an outstanding season. And Wichita State, how about that, 34-0. Not the best strength of schedule, but still, when you win 34 games straight, I don't care. You're a high-quality ball club.
Awfully impressive. Gordon with 6 points, no good on the first. Gordon 1 for 5 from the line today. Gets the second.
Well, his form isn't that bad. His form actually from the free throw line is solid.
Arizona leading for the first time since the early seconds of the game when it was 3-2. 7-2 run for the Wildcats. Parker immediately doubled, loose ball, gets it himself. Not a great shot. And here comes Gordon.
Well, that's when you probably want to pass back out, just forced it up.
Gordon takes it and he's fouled.
That's what I'm talking about. He's just a terrific ball handler again for his size. Not quite in the mold of Kyle Anderson, but he can handle it in the open court. We've already seen some terrific passes, and he's a startling athlete. If he gets a free lane to the basket, look out.
Sean, what have you made so far with the strategy from head coach John Miller to put Gordon on Kyle Anderson, getting some more height?
I like that, and athleticism. To contest his shot, he does a great job moving his feet. Awfully difficult to shoot over a guy who has a 40-inch vertical.
Lead stays at 1 for the Wildcats. Alford on the floor now for the Bruins.
Look at that hard show on that screen and pop there by Aaron Gordon once again.
Anderson hand to the face, no good. Parker underneath, and he cleans it up.
That's how Parker's able to get inside, because you saw Aaron Gordon with a hard show. He had a lot of ground to cover to get back into that play, and Tony Parker's able to get inside on an established position.
Lead goes back to the Bruins. Jordan Mays on the floor. Most playing time in his career out of anyone, at least in terms of years at the school. And a timeout to Arizona. 50-49, the #2 seeded Bruins leading things on top of the #1 seed Arizona Wildcats. And it looks like this one should be a great one all the way down to the wire here in Las Vegas. Bruins leading the Wildcats by 1 here in the second half in Las Vegas. And this season, Saturday baseball comes to Fox Sports 1. And it all starts April 5th with a doubleheader as the Twins take on the Indians and the Giants go up against the Dodgers. Fox Sports 1, your home for baseball every Saturday. Big league season right around the corner. Here in Las Vegas, though, everything's on the line here in the title game, the Pac-12 at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. What a scene. Aaron Goldsmith, Sean Elliott, great to have you for this one today. Already a tremendous second half, and what a first half it was as well. Under 10 to shoot. Baseline. Pass underneath. Hollis Jefferson off the mark. And right back to McConnell.
That's a break there for the Wildcats. That wasn't a good looking possession. They were in trouble pretty much the entire time. That's Levine, saves it right to McConnell, who's able to pick up the foul.
McConnell, second team all Pac-12 this year. Was named the Pac-12 defensive team this season, one of the best distributors in the entire country.
Coach Miller was telling us that he's really been the biggest key this year for his ball club because he's a pass-first point guard.
And what a duo McConnell and Nick Johnson make in the backcourt.
They both play solid D, terrific passers as well.
All even at 50 apiece. Alford, nice pass underneath. Parker almost gets it swatted away. Last touch, it stays with the Bruins.
Nick Johnson came flying in there trying to pin that ball off the glass. I like the power dribble there by Tony Parker to back up the defense and create some space for himself.
Aaron Gordon comes back on the floor, takes the spot of Hollis Jefferson. Gordon, the Pac-12 Freshman of the Year, 7 points, 2 for 7 from the floor. He's knocked down a 3. A lot of missed opportunities at the free throw line, unfortunately, for Gordon. 2 of 8 from the stripe. Here's a contested 3 from Alford. Battle underneath. Tarczewski is able to wrestle it away. Here's a 3. York again. Gordon almost got the board. Levine in transition. Levine takes it all the way. And the foul.
He's a terrific athlete. Yesterday we asked Coach Alford, Zach Levine, is he going to be here for 4 years? He said no. Plain and simple. Zach Levine, just a freshman. And again, he's got some bounce. He's got some exceptional hops. Not able to show it off there, but you still like his balance and control in the open court.
3-point play. Levine went to Bothell High School in the Seattle area. Was the AP Washington State Player of the Year as a senior. And he has come off the bench this season and given the Bruins a lot of life. 3-point lead for UCLA. Another 3. York again. And he's been off the mark a little bit here in the second half.
He's got to take those up.
He banged his first 3 home. No foul. Levine over the backboard. This goes to the Wildcats.
Levine just a hair out of control there. They have the defense waiting on him. Trying to create something here in the open court. York trying to draw that charge there. You can see off the hands of Levine.
York hit his first 3 3-pointers, has missed his last 3. McConnell wants a 3 ball. Parker, a big rebound.
Nice box out. Keeps Tarczewski on his back the entire time.
Anderson crossover in traffic, foul. Will it roll in? No.
That's a pretty crossover dribble there from Kyle Anderson, able to work himself into the paint area. Working off the screen, able to cross up Aaron Gordon there, and creates the contact, almost gets the and one.
Gordon's second foul. 4-point lead now for UCLA. What a high school career for Kyle Anderson. He played at the renowned St. Anthony's High, New Jersey, coached by Bob Hurley. Of course, the father of former Duke great Bobby Hurley. Anderson in high school in his 4 years, the team went 119-6, including a 2-year stretch of 65-0. Bob Hurley, who has coached so many remarkable players there at St. Anthony, said that Kyle Anderson is the most complete player he has ever coached.
Not hard to see why.
Johnson misses on the teardrop. Anderson on the wing. Johnson guarded him tight, strips it away, 10 to shoot. Levine, 5 to shoot. And it's picked off. Here comes York. Watch out. Steve Alford not pleased at all.
Well, outstanding effort by the Wildcats on the defensive end of the floor, keeping that ball out of Kyle Anderson's hands. He's trying to make a pass at the end. Bryce Alford, rather, gets it knocked away. And York, again, an exceptional athlete in the open court.
So York's first bucket that has not been a three. Anderson in the paint, hanging up there, and he finds the hole.
Hey, just too big. I know Nick Johnson's a great athlete, but once Kyle Anderson plays with his back to the basket and gets in the paint, he's going to get all he wants.
Back and forth, the Bruins seemingly answering each bucket after the Wildcats strike on their end. Gordon running two, and he finds it.
It's a nice shot there, showing off a little bit of touch. Again, not the easiest shot in the world. Those little 4- and 6-footers. Very easy to miss those if you don't put the right touch on them in the paint.
Gordon now at 9. 8 cut to 3. Alford tries to give it off to Parker, and it's saved. Here come the Wildcats. And the paint stripped away, and a foul going against Johnson. Sean Miller watching this one from the bench, and he's got plenty of expression on his face, Sean.
He's not into this at all.
Need a couple of more towels here in Las Vegas. The Bruins still clinging to a 3-point lead over the #1 seed, Arizona Wildcats. Kyle Anderson, a game-high 16-point shot, already a double-double. He's got 10 boards as well.
Yeah, his game has been on full display here. Penetration, diffuses all that athleticism when he gets clever, feels the pressure on his right side, turns left in the low block, the jab step, and the 3-ball. Just scores in a variety of ways, and that's not even his strong suit.
Once again, a double-double for Kyle Anderson. No player in the nation averaged closer to a triple-double this season than that man right there, Kyle Anderson.
That's what I'm saying. He just doesn't get enough credit. Furthermore, I got to say that UCLA hasn't gotten a lot of credit this year. They're not ranked, which is beyond me. You know, the way they've played, especially in this ball game, this has been like a home game for Arizona. When you look at all the red shirts in the stands, and they came out here, they were not intimidated to start off this ball game, and they've been playing at a very, very high level.
Been awfully impressive from the Bruins, who went 25-8, 12-6 in conference play.
I tell you what, if they play like this come next week, they're going to be poised for a very deep run. This UCLA Bruin ball club, they're loaded. Got a lot of talent.
Nick Johnson now at 13 points. Levine curling off the screen. Feeds. Ware. Baseline 2.
Yeah, both those Ware brothers have terrific strokes.
David Ware's got 6 points. Here's a 3 on the other end. Nick Johnson.
How about that for answering? That's not an easy shot to be able to put that ball up off a dead run.
Bruins lead cut to 1. Can Anderson answer? We'll find out at the line.
And right after you have the jumper from UCLA along the baseline, Nick Johnson, one dribble right into the 3-ball. And knocks it down, and you can tell the signal in that 3 shot that ball with a lot of confidence.
Rattles the first one home. Take a look at the last 5 seasons, the tournament finishes, and it has not been very good for the Bruins. Second weekend, they haven't been there since 2008 when they were in the Final Four.
I just think it falls on the shoulders of Kyle Anderson now because, again, I said it earlier, I don't know how many players in this country can contain him in a one-on-one situation. It's going to take a village to stop him.
Well, we've seen Aaron Gordon, maybe the most versatile defender, certainly in the Pac-12. McConnell for 3. Arizona with a 1-point lead.
This crowd's starting to get into it. They're off their feet.
draws contact.
Every time Arizona's been able to get a lead, you see McConnell just stepping into that 3-ball. The contest too late. There's his reaction. And every time Arizona's taken the lead, UCLA has come back and responded. This time Jordan Adams with a strong move in the paint, he gets himself a couple of free throws.
No hesitation on that free try.
No.
Tied at 61. Adams, the leading scorer this season for the Bruins, averaging just south of 18 a contest. First team all Pac-12. What a defender as well. Set the Bruins single-season steals record this year with 88. He paced the Pac-12 as well. Bruins by 1. Hollis Jefferson on the floor for the Wildcats. Karczewski down low, doubled up. Turnaround 2, short. Anderson the rebound. That's 11 rebounds now for Anderson. He's got a double-double, as we mentioned. Parker underneath. Footwork, right hand. And this goes to Arizona.
Oh, you're exactly right. That's terrific footwork there from Tony Parker, just unable to follow through and finish the play. Establishes that left as his pivot foot. Tries to use that big body to clear some space. Just better defense from Arizona.
Impressive down low. York takes the floor for the Wildcats. Hollis Jefferson off to the side now. Any kind of bucket gives Arizona the lead. 8 minutes to play. Here comes McConnell. Johnson rising for 3. Two-point Wildcats lead.
Now, once he got it going, he had to shut it off. And he's shooting that ball with so much confidence right now. Extremely dangerous from the outside.
Nice dish down low. Parker underneath. Won't fall. Put back try. No. Gordon the tip. Johnson in transition. All the way to the rack. Floater high off the glass.
This place would have been in a lather had he made that one.
U of A crowd really starting to feel it now as Anderson's fouled hard there by Nick Johnson.
Nick Johnson, the Pac-12 Player of the Year, starting to turn it on. Look at the rotation on that shot. He hits the bottom. Wildcats with a 2-point lead.
Welcome back to Fox College Hoops presentation of the Pac-12 men's basketball tournament here in Las Vegas. Brought to you by New York Life. Arizona leading by 2. Sean, take us through the last play of the Johnson three-pointer.
Well, I always tell people the best way to get open at any level and get yourself a shot is to set a screen for somebody else. Dick Johnson calling for the back screen, sets it there. That doesn't allow Adams to keep the ball out of his hands. Dick Johnson able to set up, knock down the big 3-ball. Does a lot of work for himself there to get that shot. And 19 points in this ball game after a slow start. Nick Johnson has continued to turn it on.
Arizona has rallied here in the second half to take the lead by 2. Johnson has scored 7 of the Wildcats' last 10 points and 11 of his 19 here in half number 2. Next one's been tied. Even at 64. 7 minutes left. Johnson, one dribble, deep 2 straight away, off the mark. Hollis Jefferson, a save try, but it's right to Ware. In transition, Adams running, and Johnson swats it away.
Well, that's why he's your Pac-12 defensive player. All defensive first team in your Pac-12 Player of the Year. He stays in plays. That's an outstanding effort to bail out his teammate there, just able to take that ball right out of the air. Showing off all that athleticism, using it wisely on the defensive end.
Adams buries the 2. UCLA back up top. Adams has 16.
They didn't score a lot of points last night against the Stanford Cardinals. You figured he was poised for a big game today.
Adams had just 9 last night in a blowout win, a 25-point win over Stanford. Hollis Jefferson off the dribble, in traffic, kicks out. Johnson stays hot. No. Anderson over to Powell. Powell, right hand, and another block. At 4 points to his stat line.
How about that effort? Now, he shoots the ball in the far left corner, and he gets back for the block in transition. That's pretty astounding there.
That's his 3rd block of the game. Bruins by 2, 6 minutes left. Powell driving, teardrop. And it's McConnell with the rebound. McConnell in transition. Tarczewski, the easy tip, and time back up.
Well, Tarczewski sets the screen that allows McConnell to get that shot off, and then does a great job rolling to the basket to clean up that mess.
Powell driving. No. Tarczewski the big rebound. Wildcats a chance for the lead. McConnell patient up top. Seconds to shoot. Gordon backing down on Ware. Gordon, right hand fadeaway, and a touch.
How about that? That was almost like a throw, a little jump hook. Those big hands, he just cradles the ball, lofts it up there, and gets the kind bounce.
About as pretty of a shot put as you find.
I was about to say.
Arizona Zoo fielding it here. The Wildcats leading by 2 thanks to this beauty by Aaron Gordon.
Very deliberate on the offensive end there. Worked down the clock. Got what they wanted. Aaron Gordon with his back to the basket. Able to jump over the top of Travis Ware. And again, gets the kind bounce off the glass.
Well, coming up next, it's the Big East Tournament Final as Providence takes on Creighton for the conference title live from Madison Square Garden. Coverage begins right after this one finishes here in Las Vegas on Fox Sports 1 and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. What a season shot from Doug McDermott.
He's a phenomenal talent. There's no question about it. You average that many points, 27 points a game. In this day and age, you're doing something. He's got size. He can shoot the ball with unlimited range. And he's a coach's son. And I've already told you about that. Coach's sons, they're deadly.
Sean, do you know how many points he scored?
For me?
Yes, you.
In my career?
In the tournament.
I have no idea.
Too many to count sometimes.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
Arizona by 2. Just over 4.5 left. Adams off the screen. And Tarczewski rips down the rebound. McConnell getting some traffic directions there from Sean Miller on the bench, who will be hoarse in about 10 minutes, if he's not already. Nine lead changes overall in this game, 7 in the half. Under 10 to shoot. Gordon off the dribble. Gordon kicks it out. Got to put it up. Johnson for 3. Anderson a one-handed rebound and a whistle.
Arizona took a little too long to get what they wanted there and end up with a desperation shot.
Awful lot of fun here in Las Vegas. Arizona leading 68-66. Number 1 seed, number 2 seed. How's this one gonna finish?
Sports.
13,000 strong here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, where Arizona leads at UCLA 9-2. Let's take a look at our DirecTV game summary. Sean, the two guys we build in the open, Kyle Anderson and Nick Johnson, they lived up to it.
Yeah, they haven't disappointed. Kyle Anderson showing off all his versatility. He's been virtually unstoppable. Every time he's touched the ball and gotten in the lane, he's gotten fouled. And Nick Johnson with a terrific second half. Didn't get off to a good start. He's made some key blocks in transition and knocked down some huge shots.
Johnson has been outstanding. Both with 19. And what a game we've got for you here in Las Vegas. Anderson finds himself in a similar spot once again at the line, a chance to draw closer, and he does. They'll now have a chance to tie.
He's got a terrific stroke for a big man. Nice rotation on his jump shot, and that's only going to get better.
He's 10 of 12 for the line now. 21 points. Even at 68 apiece, just under 4 minutes left. Feed down low to Gordon. Back it up on Ware. Underhand flip. Tarczewski stripped. And a whistle underneath.
Tarczewski's able just to finish that play instead of putting it on the floor one time. He gets himself a dunk. And that's a terrific pass there, but he's forced to put it on the floor one time instead of going straight up. And that's what cost him.
Jefferson penetrating and a foul. So 2 quick fouls on this possession going against UCLA. And the fourth now on Ware.
Oh, it's good penetration there. Ware trying to move his feet against a smaller offensive player, quicker offensive player, Rondae Hollis-Jefferson picks up that foul.
Both teams in the bonus. David Ware pulls it down. 68-68. 3.5 left.
And you called it earlier, Aaron. The free throw shooting from Arizona, costly. They've got to step up in these one-on-one situations and knock them down.
This half, Wildcats 3 of 9 from the stripe. Powell with 10 to shoot on the shot clock. Anderson driving, 5 to shoot. The kick out. Corner 3. McDonald gets the rebound. Hollis-Jefferson stripped and no whistle. Anderson fadeaway 2. Tarczewski tries to get the board again, and this goes to the Wildcats.
Oh, they're letting them play right now. They give credit to the officials for allowing the players to decide the game. That ball might have been popped out early on. It's a good no call.
UCLA has missed 10 of its last 11. Johnson gets it stripped. Adams. Loose ball. Who's got it? On the baseline. Timeout. No travel call. Timeout called by the Bruins. It's a slip and slide here.
I'm telling you. I'm surprised that wasn't a traveling call. He slid about 10 feet with the ball. But what an effort. These guys are battling their hearts out. That's a terrific effort there from Jordan Adams. And there you see Travis Ware hitting the floor, sacrificing his body. I don't know how many times he went through these drills at Arizona, diving on the floor for loose balls. Great effort there from Travis Ware.
What a hustle play by Travis Ware. He has to be careful. He's got both fouls.
Yeah. Oh, there's no danger in getting a foul call there. Just a little cherry or a rug burn on your elbow. That's about it.
Remember, it was in the semis last season, right here, where UCLA got the win over Arizona.
rival in the late 1900s, as I like to say when I played. We had a lot of guys from Southern California who weren't recruited or weren't highly recruited by UCLA. So whenever we played them, they had a chip on their shoulder, and we always looked forward to playing against UCLA, especially when they had Reggie there.
The Bruins today in the second half shooting just 25%. They were nearly unstoppable in the first half. They scored 43 points against a defense that allowed on an average of 41 the entire game, each of the first two of the tournament. Karszewski, another timely rebound shot. He's been huge on the board.
Yes, he has been. He's been asserting himself, using all of that 7-foot frame.
Feed underneath. Underneath, Johnson can't finish. Gets the rebound, almost. And another whistle. And if that's on Ware, that's his fifth. That is Travis Ware out of the game with an even 2 minutes left.
And that's what we're talking about. Both teams just battling. Just a war underneath. And you see Nick Johnson able to come away with that foul. You see the reaction from David Ware.
Well, neither twin can believe it. Started their playing career at UNC, there for one season, then coming back home, both from Huntington Beach, California. And unfortunately for Travis Ware, he will not be able to get back on the court with 2 minutes left in the Pac-12 title game, even at 68.
Well, that just hurts UCLA from the perimeter, but you bring it back Tony Parker, and he's been outstanding as well, throwing his body around, picking up loose balls, rebounds, and putbacks.
Stays tied.
They've had so many opportunities from the free throw line.
6 of 16 on the game.
You're not going to win very many ball games when you shoot that type of percentage from the foul line.
Moore misses the mates. Gordon on Anderson, trying to cross him over. Head fake. The two, rattles out, Gordon rips it down.
And furthermore, Aaron, when you miss that many free throws, it puts a tremendous amount of pressure on your defense. You got to come away with stops virtually every time down the floor.
Under 90 seconds left, both teams with a bonus. 68 apiece. Knocked away. Control. Who's got it? Loose ball. Thomas Jefferson.
Well, Adams very active here up late.
Change to shoot. O'Connell trying to find some space. 5 to shoot. And a turnover. Outlet pass. Out of bounds. Right to Gordon. Under 60 seconds left. Thomas Jefferson takes it. Out of bounds and goes to the Bruins.
Now both teams getting out of control here. Right in the guts of the game.
Timeout call by the Bruins. Steve Alford wants to talk things over.
Just some ill-advised passes here down the stretch. Both teams losing their poise a little bit. Kyle Anderson leads that one too far. Adams trying to save it in the hands of Aaron Gordon, but they go back. The Wildcats go back the opposite direction, and they turn it over, trying to create too much. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson with a turnover. And you can see his reaction right there. He knows that he's given one away.
And Sean, that was one of the things that was so interesting about the first half. A frantic pace by both sides, but really a controlled pace in many ways.
That's exactly right.
Not the same.
No, at least not the last 2 or 3 possessions.
Well, coming up next, it's the Big East Tournament Final as Providence takes on Creighton for the conference title. Live from Madison Square Garden. Coverage begins right after this one's over with. Fox Sports 1 will have all the coverage along with streaming live on Fox Sports Go. What a day for college hoops. Here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, Aaron Goldsmith, Sean Elliott, the number 1 seed Arizona Wildcats, the number 2 seed UCLA Bruins, with under 60 seconds to play, tied at 68. What a game it's been for Nick Johnson, the Pac-12 Player of the Year. 19 points for Johnson. And Sean, they'll need him, especially the final 60 seconds.
Yeah, again, just asserted himself after a slow start. Got that big dunk there, started to feel it from the perimeter as well. And how about his defense? Just some spectacular blocks, not 1 but 2. Easily saving 4 points right there. How big are those blocks right now?
A mix. Absolutely huge. Pac-12 Player of the Year, and good for good reason. UCLA's got it under a minute left. Any bucket gives the Bruins a lead. Here's a tough contested three. Adams buries it.
Now, what a shot. Clutch performance from Jordan Adams.
Timeout called by Sean Miller. 19 points for Adams. Shot. That is maybe the shot of the tournament as it stands.
Oh, well, Coach Alford just draws up a nice play. And, you know, to Jordan Adams' credit, he's not that open. It's a great contest. Just a little flare screen right there. And it's not even a good screen. He just gravitates to the wide open spot. It's a good contest. Just better offense.
Adams, his first three-pointer in the game.
Actually, it's not even a contest there. And look at Nick Johnson almost comes up underneath Jordan Adams. That's great focus from Jordan Adams on the biggest shot of the game so far.
You don't normally see a 1D follow-through that finds the nylon.
Yeah.
But it does this time. Remarkable shot. 71-68, three-point lead for the Bruins. Just under 35 seconds left. 27 seconds worth noting on the shot clock.
Plenty of time. Just see how Arizona plays it. If they want to try to go for a three or want to go for a two right away, and then try to get a steal or foul.
York in the backcourt. Three-point threat anytime he touches it. Gordon, the kick out. Final flags for space. Gordon for three. Well short. And the rebound easily underneath by Parker. Johnson strips it and a foul.
You can see Sean Miller saying we don't need the three. Plenty of time left in the game.
Sean Miller in the midst of a remarkable run as the head coach for the Wildcats, looking for his first conference title.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot there. You got a great contest there. Tough rebound. UCLA now knock down these free throws. You're firmly in control.
Anderson has been so money at the line today. Only his third miss. He's made 10. Here come the Cats. Johnson gets it knocked away by Powell. Gordon picks it up. Here's a three on the wing. 7 seconds left. The Bruins have it. They have to foul. Almost the only UCLA fans in the house, and they're going crazy. About 10,000 Wildcats fans in silence.
Arizona just not able to get up a good shot. And UCLA doing a great job protecting the three-point line. Nick Johnson probably got bumped a little bit there. And there, that's a little fade away. Not a confident shot.
First one buried. David Ware's such a good free throw shooter, especially for his size. Five-point lead. Nothing Johnson can do. The Bruins with 1 second left. 1 second left. And timeout call. Buried that just in time, Sean.
Oh, we talked about this. And this is what UCLA wanted. They wanted a game in the 70s. And Coach Alford before the game told us, if the game's in the 70s, we're going to be happy about it. Nick Johnson coming down. Another difficult shot between two defenders. Able to knock it down, but that might be too little too late.
Johnson, his third three. He's got 22. About as clutch as they come. Sean Miller fired up, drying up the final play here. 73-71 Bruins.
Well, obviously not a lot of time. The only way that Wildcats can get back to this one, they've got to get a steal immediately.
The Bruins, worth noting, UCLA has one section in the NBA Grand Garden Arena. Sold-out crowd of over 13,000. One section, you can see it there. There's not a whole lot of blue. There's an awful lot of red.
That's why it's more like a home game for Arizona. Give credit to UCLA for hanging in there.
1 second left. Bruins the inbounds. And a foul. Just with the nick of time. Not much left.
Oh, there's no time. You can't get a shot off the front one.
The celebration on the bench. And the lone Bruins section already beginning. Dan Guerrero, the athletic director, you can see right there. "17 games in a row, the Bruins, making the Wildcats, have held the opponent beneath 70 points. 17 straight games under 70. The Bruins shot at 73.
I figured that coming into this game, Arizona was playing so well on the defensive end of the floor that they'd be able to slow down UCLA somewhat. And give credit to UCLA for coming into this hostile environment. It's supposed to be a neutral court, but it didn't sound like it the entire ball game. And they just continued to persevere, and whenever the Wildcats had an answer, UCLA came back. They were methodical on the offensive end of the floor. They made shots. Kyle Anderson with a huge ball game. Also got great contributions from Jordan Adams, the Ware brothers. And barring some miracle, they're going to come out of here tournament champions.
Anderson, 21 points, season high, 15 boards, 5 rebounds, 55 assists right now. Nothing McConnell can do. Too little, too late. The Bruins are your Pac-12 champions. It's a stud house here in Las Vegas. All of Tucson came to the MGM Grand Garden Arena, and they're leaving awfully disappointed. Aaron Gordon, 11 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, close to a triple-double. But right there, Kyle Anderson, 21 points, 10 for 13 from the line, and in a 4-point win. How big were those free throws?
They were humongous. Make no mistake, that cost them, the Arizona Wildcats, the ball game. You can't win against the great teams when you shoot 6 of 16 or whatever it was from the foul line, 6 of 16. So you're giving away 10 points. Hey, you just shoot 50% better on your misses, and you're walking away, and you're the champs. Changes the whole complexity of the game.
And now let's go down to the floor. Monty McGrath with Jordan Adams.
Thanks so much, Jordan. You had a huge 3 with time ticking down. What was going through your mind on that play?
Earlier in the season, when we lost them the first time, Coach drew up like a similar play, but I missed it. It stuck with me the whole time, and I always dream of that shot again. And Coach drew it up again, and I nailed it.
This is Coach Alford's first season with the Bruins, and you guys get a conference championship. How has he elevated this program?
He's done a tremendous job. He came in the summer. He recruited all of us to stay here because, we could have went to other schools, but he's a great coach, an unbelievable guy, and that's why we just won the championship.
This time last year, you were in a very different position. You were in a wheelchair during the championships. How sweet is this win now?
It's so sweet. Last year, on the exact same day, I was watching the game, and we lost. So, I'm just happy to be able to play now. My foot's back healed, and I'm just happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Back to you, Aaron.
All right, Molly. Jordan Adams, thank you so much. And it was in this game, the semifinals last year, where he had the broken foot and a chance for redemption, as he says. What a win for the Bruins. We'll send things off to New York, but we're coming right back for the trophy presentation. The Bruins are the Pac-12 champions.